Copywriting for the Web, Hypnotic Language. This is the third in a three-part series of articles about copywriting for the web. We all know that one of the things that stops web marketers cold in their tracks is learning effective copywriting. There are some simple things to keep in mind when copywriting for the web. In this article, we will explore hypnotic language. When people think of hypnotic language, the first thing that often comes to mind is a stage hypnotist making someone think an onion is a juicy apple and eating it with gusto in front of a delighted audience. We also think of it as manipulative and insincere. However, we actually use hypnotic language on a day-to-day basis with our family, friends, and colleagues. Using it consciously can be much more powerful. All hypnotic language is, contrary to the impression many of us have, is language that bypasses the intellect of the listener or reader and impels them to take some action. Let's take a simple example, the word imagine. That is a very hypnotic word. When you hear it in a sentence, you automatically imagine what is being suggested. For instance, if we hear, imagine petting a fluffy kitten, our mind instantly imagines the kitten and the feel of its fur under our hand. There is nothing manipulative or underhanded in this sentence. It is simply a suggestion that we do something. It is simply a way to engage our reader in order to communicate the story at hand and give them an opportunity to see what is in it for them. There are several different ways to use hypnotic language in your copywriting. Like the word imagine, the phrase think about will impel the reader to actually think about what is being suggested. Other words and phrases in this area are remember, picture this, or picture yourself, see yourself. Another area of hypnotic words are phrases like read onto. Adding a hypnotic word like discover or learn to that is very powerful. Keep in mind that. And listen. All work well. The final thing we'll look at is the way our normal language, although hypnotic, may not be effective. When we say things like if you decide to join our course, we are suggesting to the reader that it isn't really important to do. If we, instead, use the much more powerful when you join the course, your reader is already imagining that word again, themselves having joined and gaining the benefits you are communicating in the rest of your sales letter. The other side of this last point is the difference between don't forget and remember. When we say, don't forget as in don't forget the guarantee, the subconscious mind sees the word forget. When we say, remember instead, that is the suggestion we are implanting that the reader really remember. We use hypnotic language anyway. Imagine how powerful it could be to use it consciously.